Today I'm building the Neon Genius, and the Neon Genius is our newest product. So here's how it goes. This product has a build in it, and the build is to make one of these really cool fans, okay? And it comes with the gears, the multi-wheels, and enough blocks to make this. But of course, we're a big pro inventing kind of company. So we want the kids and the adults to be curious and to go off and do their own thing. But we are providing with this instructions on how to build this guy. And but we anticipate that you're going to want to do your own thing, especially when you see how these blocks are put together and how they morph. These are morphing blocks, okay? They move. And so, but we're gonna get right to it, and I'm gonna show you how to build this wheel. And the gear ratios we use, the pulley ratios, are big to small, and that way you can get a lot more rotations out of one rotation of your power driver. So I go once here, and I get a couple turns here, just like on a real bicycle, okay? So how is this guy put together? Well, I'm going to show you. So what you want to do is you want to get one of your tubes and sort your parts. Now this guy comes with 28 of each color of square, 20 trigons, and then 4 square wheels, 4 trigon wheels, the smaller wheels, and 4 rubber bands and 4 axles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those aside. 4 small wheels, 4 rubber bands, and 4 axles. My trigons and squares are over here. I'm not going to sort them all out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one apart a little bit and show you the main parts. So the main parts of this guy are the hub wheel right here. Okay, the hub of the wheel. I'm going to take these rubber bands off. Kind of going in reverse. So you have the tower and the platform of the tower down here. Okay, take that off. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build the platform that's going to hold the tower. So the way I build this hub this platform is I'm going to take it apart and show you how it's put together. You're going to make 4 of these partial cubes, and they're going to go around this neon prism with the open faces. So they move. Okay, so that's what we're going to do first. So you're going to find 4 teal squares. You're going to snap them together, and you're going to pop a orange on the end of it like this. And you're going to do that 4 times. Now, make a mental note. Remember that Lux is all about left and right-handed symmetry here, right? So you want to make sure that the cube you made is following a rule. The rule here is that the little dimples are on the inside. Okay, that means that the whole build you're going to do is going to follow that rule, because you can't have the blocks connecting if they're the opposite. Okay, and this is what I mean. These 2 guys will go together, but I could have made this cube inside out. So one of the biggest differences between us and Lego is Lux blocks are left and right-handed. So I'm going to make the same one. It looks exactly the same, but I'm going to make it wrong on purpose and show you how something that looks wrong could appear right, or something that looks right could actually be wrong. So these 2 guys look almost exactly the same. They're the same exact geometry, except for one thing. The pieces they're made out of have left-handed or right-handed symmetry. They won't go together because their blocks are going in the same orientation. They have to be opposite each other when they face each other. So they have to all be going in the same direction. So I'm going to flip this one around so it's actually going in the right direction. That'll be my second one. 2. Okay, another 4 teal. and one orange. And you could do it like this too. And then put one orange like this, right? And then go right to the orange first. You go right around. You can do it that way too. 3. And last one. If you're not used to using Lux, the hard way to put them together is like this. When you're far away, the hard way to use a baseball bat would be to put your hands at the very end of the bat where the nub is. You want to choke it a little bit, get your fingers close to where they connect, and you'll get a lot of leverage, and it'll go on really easily. Okay? Make my little prism, and then put a orange on. And then I'm going to snap these together like this. And I'm going to put one green. This is going to be the bottom first. One neon green to both of these guys. So this is going to be the bottom like that. That will be the bottom. Okay? And then I'll finish putting the cubes on. They're cubes except they're missing one end, one open end. 3 and you have access to the inside, so you can get behind it and help you put it on. So you get right behind it, my thumb there, snap it right on. Now the first section of the tower we're doing, put it on this way. Is the best way to put it on. One green at a time, just snap it on like that, let it go loose, and then go all the way around and do that. Put one on here, and one on here, and one on there. That's the easiest way to do this. Because then all you have to do is look like a little flower. Then you just go in and you snap them together, the greens together. They go in really, really nicely. Then you have a really firm now base for your tower. The tower's pattern goes like this. It's gonna be after we did the neon, it's gonna be it's upside down. It's gonna be yellow, orange, yellow, neon green, teal, neon green, yellow, orange, yellow, teal. So all you have to do is start making the sections. So first we'll do yellow, put four yellow together, and turn it into a prism. And what you do is, the hard way to put these on is to try to push all the ends on at the same time. It'll be slip off and it won't be very easy to do it all, actually. But if you just take your thumb here and snap one on like this, it'll be a little hinge, like a door hinge, and it'll go right on. Very easy, okay? And now we have to make an orange. Take 4 orange, neon orange. They're very bright colored blocks. And then I go like this. Put that on. And then the next color is yellow again. So yellow. Another easy way to put these on is you can put them on a tabletop and just push them together like that. But you don't have to. And then yellow, we're going right up the pattern. And then neon green. You could also go like this. You could put one on and keep the chain loose and come around like this and keep it open and have it just slowly close up. Do it that way too. Or you can do it this way, which is kind of crazy. You can just do the rest of the pattern, make a chain of teal. Let's see what the rest of the colors are teal, green. It depends on your own kind of personal style, right? Yellow, orange, and teal. Look at that. See how I did that? It's crazy. And then you do the same thing all the way around. You can do it that way too. So I'll do the same thing. It's a different way of doing it. It's completely legit. It works. But some people have different styles of building. Sometimes buildings are built 1 2x4 at a time. And sometimes buildings are built where they build sections of walls. That's the wrong one. And they put the wall sections together at a time. Depends on how you're putting it together. So this way, we're gonna pre-make the sides, the whole side, and then we're going to connect the sides together. So just I wanted to show you a different way of doing it. Because some people find one way too repetitive and boring. This way you have a kind of a dynamic. And the last one, I forgot the teal on these guys. The last one's the teal. And you don't have to follow our color patterns. This is the one we suggest just to get you started. Now see this little floppy flower here? What you do now is you can go right up and just go boom, boom, like that. And go right up. It's actually very easy to do this way too. Both methods are actually really effective to build this. Yellow. Orange. I forgot one. Yellow. I made a mistake. That's the biggest problem with that method. This method we're doing is if you can go out of order, and I would have missed a section. Did I miss something here? Let's see. Nope. Yeah, now I got it. Okay. Yellow, then teal. The teal one on top, teal is a kind of a blue, it's a green blue, is different because it has a cap on the top. It's going to have a cap. So I'll put an extra, a fifth square there, because it's going to be like a cube. It's going to come around, and we're going to put a cap on it, top on it, and then we'll put that on like this. Oops. Now our tower is done. That's our tower. Now, let's put some axles in that, just for fun. We'll get some of these axles. It comes with 4 axles, and your axles are going to go here like this. Your axles are going to go through the orange, through the green, and through the blue. So through the orange, and it's going to go, on the bottom one, it's going to go 1 peg out, so the key is out, and it should turn freely like that. We'll show you in a second what that means, okay? And then the next axle goes through the neon green here, and it's going to go also 1 out like this. See if I can get it in. Again, you might come out with a different configuration when you do it, because it's an inventor, so it's for you to tinker with and figure out different ways of doing it. You might come up with a better way. And then this one's the opposite. It goes like this. And there's 1 here that comes out on this side, and it should turn. Now we'll make some wheels. We're going to make a wheel with orange in it twice, so 2 orange wheels. I snap the square into the big wheel. The big wheel gets a square. Snap it in. Okay, and then we're going to have a teal wheel, and we're going to have a neon green wheel. And the trigons are the little triangle shapes here. They go in 4 wheels too. 1, 2, 3. So I do 1 at a time. I put this in like this first, and then I come around and snap it in. And 4. This is where the wheels go now. This here is going to get, should face this way, is going to get a wheel here. Now remember, just know there's a key on this axle. These are keys, okay? And the trigon wheel has 1 opening for a key. So it'll go slide all the way on. Okay, you're going to have a trigon wheel here. See how it spins nice and freely? If it doesn't spin, let's say this is in too far, it might not spin or spin not really well. So make sure it's nice and smooth action you've got. And then a wheel goes, a trigon wheel goes on this side and goes over the key, smoothly over the key. Check them again. Check each state. It should go that smoothly, okay? And then here, we're going to put a big wheel here. Check for smoothly. And a big wheel on the other side. I put a neon wheel here. Check again. I'm going to check for action. Oh yeah, that's spinning real nice. Thanks for commenting. today, for the people who are commenting, we're giving away, we're going to auction off later on, and we'll announce it on the page who won a free Neon Genius. Okay, so we'll be giving that away. So please make a comment, and then we'll let you know who won later next week at our next show. We'll let you know who won, but we'll be notifying the people who won today. Okay, so here, see how nice that action is? And the last one, we're going to put an orange in the face one right here. Pop that on. Nice action. We're going to put 2 yellow spacers here. That just makes sure that the pulleys are right across from each other and they don't slide around. Check it. Make sure it's smooth. Put an orange wheel. Put another spacer. And then we're going to make our handle. So I'll put this to the side, and the handle is 2 green, 2 yellow, and a teal. And they close in like this into a cube. Use your thumb a little bit to help the last piece go in. You just make sure they slide nice into each other. And then this handle goes here like this, over the key. It's a driver. And then you use the last axle, the 4th axle, you put in here all the way so it can spin a little bit. And what you do is, the way you make this move is you use a straight finger and go like this and hold it down the base, hold the base down, and that's so you have stability, okay? And we're forgetting one thing, I forgot something here. There should be a spacer here and another trigon wheel here. So they line up. Don't force the trigon wheel. So this trigon wheel now will go right across from this square wheel, and this square wheel will go right across from this trigon wheel. Now, when you get these rubber bands, they're very new, so they're very, very, very tight. They're brand new rubber bands. So what you want to do is you want to pre-stretch them a little bit. That way, when they go on, they're not going to have so much tension that they'll want to spin off. Okay, so I pre-stretched the rubber bands. You're not going to really need 4 though, but I'm going to stretch 4. Okay, you pre-stretch these rubber bands, and then when you put them on, they're not going to go crazy because these rubber bands have a lot of tension at first. I'm going to put the first rubber band on that goes from the big wheel here to the small. The second rubber band goes here to the big wheel here on the bottom. Go backwards. So you want to get through the teeth of the pulley, onto the teeth of the above pulley, and then check it. Check your work again. Make sure they're lined up. You could put one here too. It's not necessary. This is a little redundant. It gives it just more stability, but you could do it with just the 2 rubber bands. And a 3rd rubber band here. Check it again for stability. Okay, now our tower is working, okay? And we're having mechanical advantage. Less revolutions here, but more up here, because just like on a bicycle, the sprocket, look at it. It's a big wheel to a small wheel, so you're getting more revolutions from less, okay? So it's going faster here than it is here, okay? So now we're gonna make this guy, the flower, with the hub and the petals. Now, this is where Lux is interesting because if you're curious, it'll be hard to keep going, because once you start putting them together like this, you're going to find that you're making some of the most interesting metamorphological things that Lux does, because you're going to see a lot of action here. So you see around the teal is 4 neon green, and then I'm going to put on trigons, a trigon 4 times around to connect the neon greens around the center. And we get you're going to notice right away, this is getting interesting. Even though this isn't related to the build we're doing, you're going to see how fascinating this is, this action. It's like a parabolic dish or a hand, a claw. It's very fun. And then we're going to have you to do this. We're going to have you connect orange here to each of the greens, connect an orange. And then 4 times, you're going to take 3 trigons and connect them like this, but 4 times. 1, 2, These are called trigons. 3. That's the old Greek word for triangle. It's one of the first words. It's before they called them triangles, they called them trigons. 3 and 4. Okay. Then you put the trigon against the trigon here. Now on ours, we folded back. If you fold it forward, I'll show you what it looks like forward, because forward's crazy. If I go forward and not back, this is what forward does. And it's nuts. And you could do it forward too. I'll show you what I mean by forward. With forward, it's less structural, but it's more insanely cool. So this is when it's done like forward, like a flower. Everything's folding the same direction. So that's what I mean by this. So look at this. This is more this craziness again. So this is just, if you can see the cool shapes this will want to just form into. It's just gorgeous. It's absolutely interesting. And you might see like a cockpit on a spaceship, on a fighter, or you might see a crab monster or something. If we keep adding to this now, if we add like the petals, for instance, you can make a four-legged creature. So this is something that's really fun, but it's not the direction of our instructions. They're going to have you want you go this way. So basically, we're taking this outer ring and flipping it. This is what I mean. So instead of it all going this way, this guy here is flipping back. Like this. So it's flipped back in a different direction, like this. Okay? I'll do it again just to show you what I did. So if I put it together, that might be confusing. So this one is going this way. This is the concave, this is the convex, right? But the next one is going to flip down. So you're going to have the square, the square here. It's not going to continue in this direction. It's going to flip down. Okay, going the other direction. So you have concave and then concave here. And what that does is it makes it very rigid compared to the other one. See the difference between this and this? So they flip up, and then when you put on these triangles assemblies here, these trigon assemblies, they'll go along with it like that. Okay. Remake these guys I tore apart. So again, continues to go around that way. Oh, broke it. Lux blocks are made in the United States, not China or Vietnam or somewhere else, or Mexico or Canada. They're made here, all in Galesburg, Illinois, heart of America. And we're very proud of that. Not a lot of toys are made in the United States. And we love that we can make it right across the street from our house in a factory right across the street on Prairie Street, Galesburg, Illinois. So the last one goes here, just like this. That's what it looks like when it's done. It's not quite done. Now we're going to make petals for this. The petals are this pattern here. So we're going to take 6 blocks. And our pattern is 2 orange, 2 yellow, and 2 green. So it goes orange, yellow, green 4 times. So orange, yellow, and green. Orange, yellow, green. And one more time. Orange, yellow, green. I used up all the square blocks there. So orange, yellow, and green. And then these petals are going to be attached to the trigons, those double trigons. So you just snap them on like this, right? Go across here like this. Okay, and that is the hub and the flower petals there. And they slide on this guy, this axle here, to the second nub. Not all the way to the you don't want it touching this pulley here because then it'll bump into the action, won't be able to turn around. So the second key, not the first key, but the second key, it's got to go over the key. Otherwise, when you turn this, this won't go. It's got to be on the key. And then we're going to put on our last wheel here. If you want the wheel to spin with it, then put it on the first key. If you don't want it to spin, you can put it on where there's no key. Okay? So then we'll just check it. Does it work? And if you want to have a lot of fun, you can get a driver, like a screw gun, and you can put it over an axle and make it go really fast. Now, this isn't that dangerous, but you can make this more unsafe, which is always interesting, by not having the 4 here, but by eliminating the 2 on the side like this, and lengthening, double the length of these guys. It'll work with just the 2. Let's see, why am I spinning here? Oh, it went off the key. See, if it goes off the key, it won't spin. It'll stop spinning. So I'm gonna fix this here. I'm gonna make this go over the key again. It's over the key now. Let's see, it's over the key. Gotta fix it. There it goes. And let's see, check it. And then I'm gonna double the length of the wheel. I'm doubling the length. Probably won't even fit on my camera, on my phone here. So you can see now it's double. Back it up a little bit so you can see it. And if I go around, it goes a lot faster. Okay, it'll go really fast. And this one, if your little sister puts her face here when she's not supposed to, it'll bump into her and it might hurt a little bit. Okay, so this has been built with Mike. Today we built the wheel from the Neon Genius. The Neon Genius is our newest set. It's available on our website, and it is just a blast, and it gives kids the ability to really explore both three-dimensionally and with machines. So again, let's take this hub, for instance, we just made, and go like this, and see, I'm just messing around now. But then you can see the kind of shapes you can explore that are just, off the chart interesting. And the kids might ask you guys, what is it I just made? You don't have to have the answer. What this is it's like an indented torus with a Ceres linkage, square Ceres linkage on this end, if you want to be technical. So that's the crazy engineering stuff you get into when you start playing around with Lux Blox. This was designed to be not a toy as much as a new modern construction material for human beings, primarily curious human beings, so, kids and all of us. So please enjoy Lux Blox. Leave your comments in the comment section, and you are eligible to win the prize of a Neon Genius. This is Mike from Lux Blox. See you next week, guys.